You're missing Roger Federer.
Which one was he?
The one with one leg missing.
Oh, it doesn't matter. You know the real reason why I brought that up here?
What?
Is when you were taking the kids to the pool, I was trying to figure out what the difference was between Jurassic World and Jurassic Park. There's like two different. There's Jurassic Park and there's Jurassic World. I didn't know the difference.
Pinche ads. Why are you using that word, pinche? Pinche ads. Alex, you must be from Mexico because pinche is used a lot in Mexico. We don't use that in Honduras. What's up, Gene Schwartz? Man, Gene Schwartz, what's up, man? You've been sending me like a million articles, so half of the show is because of Gene. Half of it, and then the other half is because of wildlife.
You ready for Wimbledon, Gene? I'm ready. This is my favorite tournament of the year. My favorite holiday of the year is Christmas. Wimbledon is my Christmas and June. It's my favorite time of the year. Okay, you ready, Carla?
These are some funny comments before the stuff started. Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Want to lock in?
Yeah.
Let's go. Come on. Ready for this. All right. Hello and welcome back to another 5K tennis discussion. If this video randomly stops, we will start a part 2, and apologies in advance if that occurs. Don't forget to hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. If you don't subscribe and you want to compete for the $250 we're giving away, or a brand new tennis racket of your choice, or this 2007 original Babolat Aero Pro Drive, Nadal's original racket.
It didn't help Justin the other day.
That's all right. Then subscribing is the only qualification. If you want to compete for those prizes, then check out the video on the playlist 2021 Wimbledon cash prize $250 giveaway, and all the rules and the submission instructions will be there. Okay?
Yeah, Alex said, I love the shirts.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, but speaking about shirts, by the way, a lot of people ask us, how can we get your shirts? We actually have a storefront on Teespring, and the link to it is in the description field below the video. So if you're on a mobile device, you there's a little arrow next to the title, hit down, and it brings up the description, and the link is in there, as well as if you want to get more personal with us, so you can send pictures and topics for the shows, and you don't want everyone to see them on comments here, then you can find our Facebook link there as well. Speaking of shirts, though, Casper, a.k.a. Denseville, who has won our fantasy team competition 3 times. He's won every single major with the exception of the Australian Open. He chose his prizes yesterday from Poland. So he won $50, and he decided that for that $50, he wanted 2 5K tennis shirts like these.
He got the thicker one. He got the
premium.
The really premium one. So I think he got baby blue, which I didn't know we had.
Yeah, and they have Let's Go on the back.
Yeah.
So I don't know, can they see that?
Probably not.
So it says Let's Go on the back.
Yeah, it was like baby blue, and he liked your orange one. So I didn't know they had baby blue, so I might get that one. So
he chose that, and that's all I have.
Here, I have something for Michael, because he loves Rafa, and he said, I guess every time Rafa loses, it's hard for him, right?
Watch the tripod with that bad boy. Oh, you hit my stringing machine.
Ooh, it's that big.
That's like a $5,000 machine you just bumped over. That's
a
big bag, yeah.
There you go. There's Rafa. See?
It's a nice bag, right?
Oh, it is heavy.
That's got all of our rackets and the 5 kids' rackets in there as well. I had another shout out too before we get started with. By the way, on today's show, we're going to talk about a lot. Number 1, the Wimbledon qualies has started. Don't forget, that's very important for your fantasy team. You must have a qualifier or a wild card on your team. We're going to be talking about Novak and his quest to be the GOAT. We're going to talk about Federer, Osaka. We're going to talk about the seedings. We're going to talk about fantasy teams and some favorite picks that we have if we were actually winning our $250 we're giving to you. Okay? Dusan Dramaknin out there. He is in Slovenia. What's up? Be ready for this Wimbledon. He is the individual that does the scoring electronically. I do it all by hand and my new notebooks that I just got. So he does it electronically, and I know there's going to be a lot of people playing for this one. So Dusan, be ready. And let me pay you, please. All right?
Alex said, how much are the shirts? They go from 18 to 25. You guys are going to purchase them? Let me know. I'll put a code in there.
We'll put a coupon code in there.
I'll put a coupon code in there for you guys. That's what I usually do. So, yeah. Let's see. Yes, we know about TM. He retired. Yep. I didn't really plan much with TM anyways. You know, I think I have a bet with someone that he'll never win another slam after the U.S. Open. I don't know if it was Michael Walker or someone else, but never. I said never.
We ought to make a 5K tennis shirt and put this here and put Dominic's picture below, and then on the back put one and done.
Yeah, Wildlife says, I'm starting to think TM made a deal with the devil to win that one slam.
That throat hat, yeah, that throat hat cost him his wrist. that throat hat cost him his wrist a little while ago in the Man Marino match, and that was sad. And we'll chat about that in a moment.
Who made that bet with me? Someone made that bet with me, and they said, "Oh, come on, Carla." And I said, TM will never win another slam. I said, never. Just like Pliskova and a few others that I have on my list that will never win a slam.
I think Pliskova will eventually win a slam. I know she's been through a whole lot.
Let's get to that.
Okay, we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Because I have it right here.
Do you want to go to Pliskova first?
We can.
Ask them. Do you guys want to start the show talking about Pliskova? I mean, I'm in. I got a page and a half written, but they probably do not. Maybe.
Alex Couillard said, "Who has a better chance to win another major, TM or Ostapenko?"
That's a great question.
They're about the same.
That's a great question, actually. That's Alex Couillard.
Yeah.
Let's answer his question. Who has a better shot of winning another major or a major? Another one. Yeah, they both won a major. I'm going to go with, based upon that Federer is gone, Nadal is, you know, he's not really around except on clay, I'm guessing, at this point forward. So because there's only one guy that's dependable left, who is fixing to be the greatest of all time on paper and not just like talking about it as tennis fans on paper, then I would say Dominic Thiem, because after Djokovic fades away, Thiem still has a few more years. Do you see what I'm saying? Over Ostapenko. Ostapenko won the French Open, in 2017? Has it been longer?
Women's is unpredictable. I agree with you. Wildlife, Ostapenko is younger.
It's a great question.
Women's is very unpredictable. Anybody could win at this point. So I think I'll go with Ostapenko. I disagree with him 100%.
On what surface? Clay only.
Any surface. She can play on any surface.
Ostapenko's only shot is clay. Just the reason why she won it. And you got Swiatek, Swiatek is the clay maestro at this point. So I don't choose.
Clay master, she lost.
Doesn't matter.
Won also.
She's
got one.
Here's a great question. So Swiatek won the French Open, and then the following year lost in what? The quarterfinals?
I don't know. Wildlife says she made a Wimbledon semifinal. Ostapenko. See, Justin doesn't know about women's tennis.
I didn't think about that.
You know why he doesn't know about women's tennis? I'm gonna go with Pliskova, because here he says to me, you know, I tell him Pliskova lost, and he's always claimed that Pliskova would win a slam, and I said her chance is done. It's been done.
She could win Wimbledon.
So, you know, here
she could win.
Wildlife did send me the stats, but Jean also wrote it down. Pliskova lost today. She's out of the top 10, the first time since 2016. She was the defending champion in Eastbourne. And then Wildlife says she should fire Bajin because he's not doing anything for her game. I mean, she will never win one. Also, I think we were joking, and Wildlife said her and Venus should play doubles.
Wow.
And I said, well, I would call it mummy/zombie team.
Mummy/zombie. Should they get a matching outfit?
I don't know.
One with the zombie and one with the mummy?
I have 2 pictures of them that I thought were hilarious.
Can I check them out? I see we wrote in separate corners today, so, this is my Raptor, I think. Yin Hao Kur out there is my Jurassic Park, Jurassic World cohort. I'm not sure. I think it's Raptor Blue.
All right, so
let me check them out.
To me, that's Venus. Ooh,
let me see. I'll come around.
That's awful. That's awful.
That's Venus Williams.
That's Venus.
Damn.
And then this one, I said perfect. I said looks just like her.
Who is that? That's Pliskova?
That's Pliskova.
Oh, Lord. Man, you always knock on the women so hard. You know, if I did that, I would get slaughtered. Am I right or wrong? Would I not get slaughtered if I did that? All right, I got to put Raptor Blue up. He was eating. All right?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Close enough. Yikes.
So what's the poll answer? Who wins the major, if ever, first? TM or Ostapenko? Who wins their next major?
I don't know. Simonovic said Ostapenko will not win another Grand Slam 100%. TM will win. How can you even compare TM and Ostapenko? They're not even close.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. I just said it more lightly.
Let's see here.
Because if Djokovic is, look, there is no more big three. There's a big one. Look, whoever has big three T-shirts, get rid of them. Use them for fire starter or something. There is no more big three. There hasn't been a big three for a very long time. You're right. Federer has been a 0.5 for years, and Nadal's been a
for years. Didn't he make 2 years ago the Wimbledon finals and have match points against Djokovic?
There is.
You didn't expect that. How has he been a 0.5 for years?
Okay,
for years.
Okay, my actual number is a 0.000012. I gave you the 0.5. He's a has-been except on one surface.
Okay. Anyways, Gene says Ostapenko. Alex said I agree with Gene. Gene says Krejcikova won a slam and no one knew she was gonna win it. Michael says maybe Sasha can win. Maybe. I think he has a better chance than Thiem.
The first topic we're going to talk about is the Wimbledon seedings, by the way, and I'm going to give a shout out to two people that started this this conversation, at least with us, away from. I think some of the comments were here, and I think some of the others were on like Facebook Messenger or something, or Instagram, whatever. But before we start the topic about the Wimbledon seedings, we've had a lot of new people in the past recent days that have left some really good comments, and I wanted to give a shout out to someone or user or viewer, however you say that, by the username or channel, whatever. What do you say? How do you say that on YouTube? But I don't. Just a person. SKJO. SK space JO. SKJO was so confident that Djokovic would win Wimbledon this year. He hit Carla up and said, "I'll bet you $500, no question asked, that Djokovic wins Wimbledon." I immediately told him, in retrospect, or her, that that Carla would be stupid if she took that bet. I think they agreed on something else.
Well, I said I wouldn't bet $500.
It's a lot of coins.
I said I'll bet 50. 500 is a lot, and I said I'll bet 50. I said I'll get you some merchandise. I said or the $50, whatever you want. And he said I'm so confident that I'm gonna send you a Novak shirt saying 20 Grand Slams on it, and you gotta wear it.
That's excellent.
So I said, okay.
Can I have it afterwards? Can I have that when you're done with it?
Sure, you can.
Let's go. Come on, let's get down. Come on.
Jose P says, how will RF do?
Shitty.
Most of us said fourth round, right? Fourth round.
Nah.
Well, most of us said, my dad, who knows a lot about tennis more than him, said fourth round. He said that Roger Federer would have to serve like he used to serve to have a chance. That would be his way of winning. He said a little bit of luck, of course.
All right. Here's the two ways this is going to go down. Number one, Roger Federer is going to get the most padded, the most adjusted, the most fortuitous draw you have ever seen in the history of tennis. Number one. And I will proclaim my soldier fighting win about my proclamation about draws being fixed on this channel for 3 years. Okay. Roger Federer may come in as the 8th or 9th seed. He may come in with a qualifier in the first round, a qualifier in the second round. Hey, he might even face freaking Manarino in the third round.
It pisses me off when you say that. It really does. Oh, Federer's gonna get the padded draw.
I didn't say
this guy said. I say pad away. Padded draw. He's gonna get the padded draw. I mean, how do you even know? You're so bad at predicting things, unless it's Djokovic, because Djokovic is 100% pretty much.
Okay, I said there would be two ways this is gonna go down. That was the first way it could. Did I say it would? See, you're biting my ear off like you always do. And the only thing I said is there's two ways that this can go down. Here's option A, and you're already chewing me out talking about this gonna piss me off. I'm like, what are you talking about? I was just giving you a choice.
You're like 0.5. Then you say padded draw.
Because only
there has been. The has been is a billionaire. The has been has 20 slams.
You know, when Rafael Nadal retires, he should take up some type of sponsorship with like someone that is involved in owning a hotel in the ski industry, and then they can just take pictures of him doing damn snow angels all the time, you know, and paint the clay white, right? Damn snow angel, butt picker snow angel. Anyway, the second way this will go down is this. Roger Federer will come in as his normal seeding, and based upon a topic we're going to get into next, thanks to Daniel Kurtovic and Katerina Luna Di Camella. Did I say that right? Did I say that right? Katerina Luna Di Camella. How do you say the double L in Spanish? Yeah. Is it a ya?
I like your comment, this guy.
Okay.
I like your comment, this guy. Justin once predicted 3 results in the French Open in one go and got them all wrong.
That's okay. That's okay. That's all right. We'll live the fight again. Let's go. I'm gonna keep talking smack. I swear. Okay. The option B for this is he comes in his normal seating position. Wimbledon is not doing their traditional seatings as they've always done, and I'm going to gripe and bitch about that in a little while.
So can I read their comment?
But let me give you option B. Option B is he will come in, Federer, speaking of, he will come in and it's his normal seating spot at this point, 8, 9 in the world, something like that. And arguably he shouldn't even be there. Just saying, hasn't played in forever. Has lost matches to Felix and who was he pulled out before he could play? Who? Berrettini.
Yeah.
And he had a 5-setter against
and
Copper.
He lost to. There's somebody else.
I mean, come on, is that how the number 8 in the world player plays? I'm not quite sure. But the other option, he comes in where he's supposed to be and he loses before the first week. Padded draw, he makes second week. He comes in where he fits in at this point in his career and he loses early, maybe first or second round.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anybody want to bet me? I'll take one $50 bet right now, US. $50 US that Roger Federer does not make it past the quarterfinals.
Oh wait, then that's good.
$50
That
bet.
was good. Quarterfinals, because you said.
Okay, give me quarterfinals. I'm gonna stick with quarters.
So he obviously has some faith in Federer.
Well, no, if he's coming in as 8th in the world in terms of his true seedings right now, which were on halt for a long time because of COVID and everything else. But all I'm saying is that quarterfinals is the last 8. So hypothetically, he would finish true with
But
seeding.
I thought that anyone could beat him.
So everyone can beat him, but I'm putting up $50. At least I should.
Quarterfinal.
If I'm putting up $50, why would I want to just give it away? Can I make it a little bit more difficult?
You have faith in him.
Look, all those.
I get the bet, but you have faith in him that he'll make the quarterfinals. You're saying.
No one remembers second place, much less 8th place.
He obviously has faith in him. Natasha says hello from Switzerland. It's becoming a betting channel. You know what the funny thing is? We bet here, but I will never, ever go to a casino and gamble.
Yeah, we've got casinos.
Ever. Interest in it. I'm not that risky.
Yeah, we got casinos. Biloxi, Mississippi is like right up the street, and we've never been. We've never been.
All right, well, let me read Wimbledon's comment because I guess someone came up with some theory or something.
Let's go. I love
and
theories.
Thanks to, no, you wrote it down about the seating and stuff.
Oh, we're going to start that topic?
Well, you talked about Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Wimbledon says, well, this is thanks to Gene. He sent me this quite a while ago, actually. Wimbledon says, since last year's championships, we have also taken the time to give consideration to the evolution of the sport and the mechanism of allocating seating for the championships. Given the quality of competition, entertainment, and modern grass courts, following detailed discussion with the player groups, the AELTC has decided that the grass court seating formula used since 2002 has served its time. And from the championships 2021, seating for the gentlemen's singles draws will be based solely on ranking. There will be no change to the method of seedings of ladies singles draw.
So the ladies stay the same?
Yeah.
So is it why?
Well, hasn't the ladies always been by ranking?
Since I was born into this game, I'm 43 years old. Some of the first memories I have in the game were watching Wimbledon's with the family early in the morning, breakfast at Wimbledon. We would have breakfast. Anyway, as I remember, and I may be wrong, but I always remember the previous men's champion would be the 1 seed the following year. So if Murray won it one year, then he'd be the 1 seed next year and so forth. The thing here that I'm bitching about...
Ladies was already by rankings, they said.
Wonderful. The thing that I bitch about is everyone bitches about equality. Why is there one avenue for one and one avenue for the other? I mean, forget with...
Well, good, but now they're getting equality because now they're doing the same thing with the men.
Well, that's great.
They did it to the women before they went by rankings, so now they're making the guys play by the same rules the ladies had to play.
That's okay.
So what's up with equality?
Which one is more beneficial to the player and or the consumer? Which
Go by the rankings.
Which one is more beneficial?
Go by the rankings.
I agree.
Why would you put, let's say Joe Schmo, we don't know him, won the Wimbledon last year. Got lucky. You know, some of those people win one and done, right? Why would you put him at number 1 again? Go by rankings. Go by who's consistent.
Well, I think the tradition behind that is, Carla, is that, hey, if like in the NBA, Lakers win the championship, the next year they're the defending champions, so they're the one to beat. I think that's kind of the tradition behind it, not necessarily, sticking it to the ranking system. I think it's just, hey, if you win this before, you're the one to beat, so we're going to put you as on top because you're the one everybody's gunning for. I think that's the metaphor.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out on this topic, which we're going to start now, is the Wimbledon seeding. Shout out to Katerina Luna Di Camea and Daniel Kurtovic. Katerina sent a message just the other day, and she asked us to do a show about the Wimbledon seeding policy. She put forth her seedings that she thought would be fitting if, I guess as I kind of understood it, if she was the person making the seedings, given that they're not done by the ATP rankings. So we know that they are going to do it this year, but I thought it was so well done and she put time into this, obviously. I thought I would read you the seedings and why, because she spent time to do it. And this show is about that you. If there is no you making comments, we're not sitting here. So let's just give credit where credit is due. This one is for Katerina. Her seedings were this. Number 1, she had Djokovic. She said, obviously. Okay, agree. Number 2 and number 3 were Tsitsipas or Federer. I think we can get why she would think that. 2 one-handed backhands. You're at the All England Club. It's tradition, and they have the one-handed backhand, so they're going to stick them there. That's how I felt that, okay? Number 4, she wrote Medvedev. In parentheses, she said surprising performance on clay, so he might do well on grass too. I think he had a better chance of doing well on grass than he did at French Open in the first place. He never won past the first round prior to this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the next one was Zverev, and she quoted past grass court performance. I agree with her here. You guys know I don't like puppy hater. I think he's a little snooty little brat that whines a lot and doesn't like puppies. That's a given. But, I like this pick here. I think this year's Zverev makes a semifinal. He has the game for it as long as he doesn't double fault a trillion times. He has the length. He can play the net. He has a lot of reach up there. He can cover the court on a fast surface pretty damn well. So I'm going to give Zverev a semifinal. Rublev, she wrote in a recent grass final. Okay. Next, you have Berrettini, a recent grass title. I'm still not on the Berrettini train. Sorry.
I think even Yinghao asked us, after Djokovic leaves, will Berrettini win a Grand Slam? I wrote it down here. It was on one of the comments.
No.
And I said, I bet. Here we go. Justin.
No.
I bet. I bet.
She called you out for Switzerland on that.
No, I bet he won't win a Grand Slam. No variety. I put just a strong forehand. That's it.
Berrettini right now reminds me of Jack Sock when Jack Sock was a much younger player.
Mm-hmm.
And you can laugh at me about it all you want. From a coaching perspective, there's a lot of habits, and I'm not talking about the way the game looks. I'm just talking a lot of patterns, a lot of strategical habits that are very Jack Sockish, and we know what happened with Jack Sock. I think he made 9 in the world at one point.
He won a qualifier.
He went to an ATP finals just like Berrettini did.
Not a qualifier, challenger. He won a challenger.
Jack Sock is hot garbage. Garbage. I'd play that dude now and be confident.
Lucifer said, "What kind of person doesn't like puppies?" And I said, "You don't, Lucifer. You don't."
All right. So Katerina Luna Di Camea next after Berrettini had Dominic Thiem. Dominic Thiem, we were just watching the match before the show, was playing Mandarino, was up 5-2 in the first set in Majorca, I think, and had to pull out with a wrist tweak. So watch out for Thiem.
He might not even play Wimbledon.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Number 9, this one I disagree with wholeheartedly. She had Bautista Agut. I know he made the semifinal in 2019, and she wrote that. But he's a heck of a player, incredible player. But I don't see him making the 9th seed at this Wimbledon. I just don't. I don't know. And we know the seedings now. They're done by rankings. But I wrote this when she sent the message, and I wasn't quite clear on the rating system. Thanks to Gene Swart, though, he straightened it out with an article from a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and the 10th seed that she had, if it was up to her, would be Casper Ruud. And she wrote in parentheses, if he did well this week. I think he beat Tennis Sandgren earlier. We watched that match as well.
I feel like I'm watching a club player, 40s men's league club player play tennis against Ruud. Not that Ruud to me is impressive at all. I don't find him impressive at all.
Yeah, Tennis Sandgren is hot garbage.
PG3D Oli says Berrettini to win Wimbledon this year.
What?
That's
I'll take that bet. I'll take that.
We're becoming the betting channel. I'll take that bet.
What do they call that?
Take that
TBC?
I'll take that bet.
We'll go from 5K tennis to TBC, the betting channel.
Yeah.
Get down.
I
Come
said-
on.
I remember Jack Sock. He used to be good at tennis a long, long time ago.
Look.
I don't know that he was good.
No. There's two reasons why Jack Sock's demise in tennis happened. Number one, he was not ever cared for in the locker room, maybe by a few. But there was a lot of talk in the locker room. I'm talking off the court stuff that wasn't too copacetic with Jack Sock around. An asshole, someone you don't want to talk to, not very approachable, for all the wrong reasons. Like, usually these cocky athletes.
He's like a Gimbelstop.
Yeah,
That's who he reminds me of.
Justin Gimbelstad and Jack Sock should have an apartment together, but I think they're both married. I think Gimbelstad beat his wife up, beat someone's husband up in the street.
Beat his wife's friend up.
Beat his wife's friend up, and then I'm not saying Jack Sock gets down like that, but I hear he's an asshole.
Well, have you noticed these American guys that kind of rude? Roddick was kind of rude. I liked him, but he was kind of rude.
I never heard.
Roddick had his moments that when he would talk to people, he kind of talked down to them, especially when they did interviews. When they gave him an interview, he would be kind of a smart ass. I have found that some of them are they feel entitled. Well, they did back in the days, but now they have nothing to feel entitled about because their tennis doesn't do the talking anymore.
Yeah, that whole super richy, snooty country club scene finally got burnt out.
Yeah.
Because
I liked Roddick, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I would just shake my head. They would interview him, and he would give these smart answers. Like, when they're interviewing you after a Grand Slam, those type of interviews.
And she liked Roddick a lot. In 2009, the Roddick-Federer final we watched, and at Wimbledon it was 9-7 in the fifth.
Oh, I cried.
And she was like crying on that.
I hated Federer at that point. I was like, why? I didn't want him to break Samper's record because I love Sampras.
Oh, how long ago that was.
But he did. And I remember
Definitely
him wearing the stupid jacket.
Smash that!
The stupid jacket with the pants. I'm like, what is this?
That wasn't a Federer?
Yeah.
Federer had the white knit
the
V-neck.
stupid jacket.
No, it was a sweater. It wasn't a jacket.
Okay, how many of you
He had the V-neck sweater, the long V-neck sweater. It was beautiful.
How many of you guys are going to wear that at a tennis tournament?
You're at the All England Club. That's what you're supposed to wear. Go back to the 1930s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Look at players like Fred Perry, Lacoste. They're all coming out in slacks, white loafers, white sweater, white collared shirt underneath. They're all getting down like that.
I'll get down another way.
There you go.
All right, next subject.
Denis Shapovalov is missing the Olympics.
Oh, boo-hoo-hoo. Is that a shocker? Haven't I told you guys a million times that the Olympics does not matter for tennis players? I mean, he's not the only one to pull out. You've got Thiem who wasn't going to play it. I think Gene sent me an article that he was playing Hamburg instead, which is a 500 ATP clay tournament. What does that tell you? They don't care about the Olympics. You got Nadal who pulled out. Who else pulled out?
Who?
Who else has pulled out
At
of
where?
the Olympics? I don't know. There must be a list. I'm sure there's a huge list. A lot of them are saying for safety reasons. Who wants to play Wimbledon, Olympics, and then go to the U.S. Open knowing that the hardcore season is long?
There's a bigger safety reason in which, okay, does anybody remember the Fukushima nuclear disaster when the tsunami struck the island of Japan, leaking still to this day a large amount of radioactive water into the ocean? That is a big safety issue for anyone. I know they don't talk about it a lot because, go Japan, let's go there.
I like the Olympics, but not tennis. I don't like watching tennis Olympics because I feel like the tennis players have nothing. It doesn't mean anything. It just doesn't mean anything. I mean, people like that swim, they work their whole lives for this. Gymnastics, even though it's not in the summer.
But they're sketched out about swimming now because they're swimming in radioactive water.
But they swimming in a pool.
Or maybe that pool water came from the sea. I mean, Godzilla came about because of nuclear contamination. I mean, Godzilla may show up to the damn 2021 Olympics that should have happened last year.
Yeah.
Watch out for Godzilla.
Osaka's playing the Olympics. She is playing it, but guess what? Thank you, Jean, again. She doesn't have to do an interview.
Does Jean finally get a hug today? Give me a hug, Jean. Give me a hug. And tell your mom to let me pay you finally. Come on.
So Ellis Fire said it's like soccer, football, and the Olympics not so relevant. Thank you. Just like baseball and all the other basketball. It used to be once upon a time when the Dream Team was playing, I'm
going to put these up, but would you say this is Djokovic? This is, who is this? Because this is too thick for a Sistipas. This would be like...
That's me.
That's you? Yeah. And then who is this guy? The Spino, we'll give this a Sissy Pot.
Sissy Pot.
All right, we'll put this up.
All right, let's see. Olympic gold is very important. To who?
The country.
To who, Lucifer? Come on. These players won Grand Slams. Are we going to really remember Monica Puig? Really? Just the only reason I remember her name is it's funny. Monica Puig wins the Olympic. Did she ever do anything else in tennis? No. Did anybody expect her to win? Not really.
All right.
Krause says, can I bet on Godzilla? Can't lose.
Let's go, Godzilla. Come on. Let's go. Okay, let me ask you a question, though. If the Olympics is so important to tennis players, how does it work when you're born somewhere and then you fly the other flag? I mean, let's look at Denis Shapovalov. Denis Shapovalov, that's who we're talking about. Denis Shapovalov was born in Israel.
He was?
Born in Israel, yeah.
I thought he was born in Canada.
He was born in Israel, moved to Canada, I think, at 3 years old. So a very young buck. So I think he was born in Tel Aviv in Israel.
Was he?
Call me out. I may be wrong. Don't let me spread fake news.
So Nadal, Thiem, Batista, Shapovalov, Ruud, Monfils, and Goffin Dalfo for the Olympics.
Yeah,
That's a big list.
So
thank you, Gene.
If isn't the Olympics about your home, your brethren?
Del Potro not
I'm gonna die for
thank
all y'all. Isn't that what the Olympics about? Well, do you know the historical importance of the Olympics when Adolf Hitler was wanting to get involved in it and was, I think, the 1938 Olympics? That's a serious matter. You know, you're giggling off. She giggles off the Olympics. She's fucking crazy.
No! What the hell is wrong with you?
The Olympics is important.
It is Olympic. It is funny, but he says, "Oh
It's
my
not
days."
funny.
Can we not talk about this again? That's what I was laughing at.
Okay.
Anyways,
the Olympics is highly damn
it's important.
But the question is,
I agree with you. They should leave it to amateurs, not to professionals.
Yes,
That's what they should do.
That's a great comment. Who said that?
Kraj.
That's the comment of the day right there.
They should definitely leave
Just
it to
fixing to
amateurs.
say the same thing. Who is this person? Crouch.
Stripboard.
Let's go.
Definitely.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. Come on.
Why are pros playing in this sport?
Exactly.
They should make this for the amateurs. He said it well. If they did that, I would watch it.
Look,
then I would watch it.
People flip flags for political reasons and for monetary gain because of sponsors or coaching staffs and whatever. Or, hey, our country will offer you more for your game and facilities and trainers and places to stay if you fly our flag. Osaka had the same dilemma. But Shapovalov surely would feel better not playing the Olympics besides pissing on Israel or buttering up to Canada. What do you choose?
Because born in Venezuela. But raised
flies
in
the
Spain.
Spanish flag.
Yeah.
So the whole point being is who the hell are you if you're in the Olympics and you're not representing your true country? Where I come from, you are from where you from. Where you came out of the hospital, I don't care if you were stuck in a little basket and you shot across the board. I don't give a damn. Where you born, where you from. I mean, that's exaggerating a little bit. I get it if, you jumped across some border for services and jumped right. That's different.
Jose P said amateurs would play hungrier too.
Exactly. That's a great comment.
Yeah, they should definitely make it for the amateurs. There's sports like swimming that's what they do. Running, any type of running event, that's what they do. Track and field, that's what they work for.
No doubt, man.
That's what they work for.
And they do it for their country.
Gymnastics, skating,
swimming,
all that is done for the Olympics. For them, that is their big paycheck if they get the gold. Not for tennis players.
Yeah.
It's a shame that we send these pros to play at the Olympics.
God.
Just saying. What's up, Sinisa?
What's happening? So
did you hear Justin curse?
Look, by the way, Denis Shapovalov and Mute have been some rapping duo in hip hop music that suck garbage, hot garbage. They sound like ass. But maybe they should play doubles together. I don't know.
Well, he's French. Moutet is French.
Well, either way, look, Denis Shapovalov isn't Canadian. I mean, his last name is Olive. Shapovalov isn't Canadian. By the way, he was born in Israel, so that's not Olive anyway. I think he's got Russian roots, doesn't he? Doesn't Shapovalov have Russian roots?
Yes, his mother's Russian.
So he skipped Russia, went to Israel, skipped them, and jumped to the third country. That's bullshit. So why would you want to play Olympics? Because what are you going to cheer for? This is for my brothers. This is for the people that have died before me. This is for the people that enabled me to have my peace and freedom wherever the hell that you live. This is why my home is on my heartland. He can't say that. So the amateurs can say that.
Exactly. That's what they should do it for. It's so stupid.
Let's go.
I've always found it ridiculous that pros are playing this. It's just like with basketball. When the pros used to go, from the USA.
They always go.
But then everybody else sucked. Every other team, they would cream them. Remember?
Now though, the European
but
players are
remember
balling
when Michael
now.
Jordan was there and they had all the top guys?
They still have that now.
Yes, but they would cream everybody. And
They still do.
They start making it even now.
No. By the way, I saw the release for the 2021, should have been 2020 Olympic NBA team today. What's up, Stefan Nizovic out there, who we never hear from anymore, who's in Serbia? What's up?
He's got a girl.
Oh, got tied down. Don't let that whoosh, that
and
whip, that
probably,
whip. Whoosh,
and probably
whoosh.
school, you know.
That's okay. I still dunk on him. He knows that. But we got like Damian Lillard, James Harden. They got a dream team squad again this year. The only problem is players like Luka Doncic and a lot of other European players now are balling in their own right.
Right. Now they're better.
They're better.
Now they're better. They got hungrier.
They're hungrier. All right.
That sandal. You want me to get the sandal? Okay. We need to put it. That's what I'm going to buy. When we go to Walmart, I'm going to buy a sandal. And that way, every time you talk nonsense, they get to see me throw the sandal. I'm
terribly saddened that Denis Shapovalov is not playing in the Olympics. I don't have to worry about him missing his one-handed backhand. I hit with that too, not knocking on that, but he jumps and hits it.
My dad thinks it's one of the best one-handed backhands.
All right, well, your dad needs to understand he needs to stay down because he jumps and hits it all the time. That's very inconsistent, especially when you're on the run. If you feel like you need to jump and elevate while you hit, I don't care. But I don't know any coach in the world that would not want to tell you that once you get set for the shot, get your feet, get your legs in position, and stay down.
We always talk about the GOAT race. To me, that topic is so boring now because it's talked about so much. We got to talk about something else. You know, when he gets to 20, we'll talk about it.
Is that Montague?
Yeah.
Let's go. I love this guy.
Anyways.
Hey, forget about her, bro.
Wait, no.
It's going to happen.
How many of you get
it's
tired?
It's going to happen.
This guy.
She just got her panties in a wad.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute, what?
We're going to talk about the GOAT subject again.
Where?
He's got 19. Has he passed it?
Let's go, Sean. Let's go.
This guy.
Let's go.
Don't you agree with me?
Let's go, Sean.
This shit gets tiring.
Come on. It's going to hit his 20. We'll see. And then on paper.
Thank you. The GOAT race is so boring. Thank you. Anyways, I got breaking news for you. Breaking news.
Give me some.
Wildlife won.
Oh, he canceled his bet. Bet Carlin, cancel it. Thumbs down.
He said, Swiatek's forehead just doesn't look effective on grass. At least not this match. It's rush, it's loopy. The bet is looking real bad right now. I don't want to be labeled as someone who backs out of things, but I think I just have to call this one off, Justin.
Damn! I tell you what, when you kind of, you know, what do we call that? Indian giver? You give someone something and you take it back? That was a given, bro.
Yeah.
She was all excited because she already knew she was gonna win. Just took her fight away.
Yeah.
She was laughing about that bet and then pulled out of it.
Oh man,
that's tough, dude.
Yeah. Wildlife says I own up to my weakness.
Yes. How does a homeboy pull out of a bet against a female?
It's boring, guys, because we talk about it all the time. We just talked about it when he won the French. We talked about it the show after that. We're going to talk about it again? Are you kidding me, guys? We can talk about it when Wimbledon starts. Again, there are other things to talk about. Just saying. She is a hater. So, I'm not being a hater. You're telling me that all we're going to talk about is the GOAT race? Go back and look at our playlist. How many?
You see that? Everybody got a good look at this. Okay? It's true. Told you. Told you. She's a hater. That's it. Her little boy's not playing. She doesn't get to watch him pick his little underwear out of his butt.
First of all,
and do a snow angel in the grass. She doesn't
go
get to see that.
Go back to the other shows. I even said I wouldn't pick Nadal at Wimbledon.
It's okay, Carla. It's okay. Everybody knows your true colors.
We need to talk about various topics too. Thank you, Gene. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Just saying.
Fidel fan. I'm not a Fidel fan.
Oh, she's a Fidel fan.
You guys are obsessed.
She's a Fidel fan.
Stop being obsessed over people.
She's a Fidel fan. She would
I don't cry. I don't cry if somebody loses.
No, she would laugh in my face every time. Nadal would beat Federer and she'd be like, I told you.
Well, yeah.
You guys are crybaby, and now you're all talking all this smack. Because your boy pulled out like a B, a B word.
Smart decision to pull out.
Smart.
He wasn't gonna win Wimbledon.
Fairy decision.
So come on. I could talk about the moments when you're playing against me. You do some fairy things.
Yeah, she always got to bring this crap up.
Man, he talks such a big smack, but when you're on the tennis court getting bagel and shit like that, you know, you want to quit too, right?
Okay, well,
All right,
since,
just say
okay,
it.
since she is a hater and doesn't want to talk about the Djokovic GOAT thing, let me tell you about something that I read today. It was an article, and the article was about the top four people that were a threat to Novak Djokovic this year. Okay, the top 4 people that were a threat to Novak Djokovic this year at Wimbledon. I didn't write it. Okay, I was on the fly in the car driving.
There's a threat to him?
Okay, let me tell you who this person wrote, and I'm sorry I don't have the credibility here, but I was driving. The top 4 people that are a threat to Roger Federer Wimbledon. Number 1 in no particular order. Number 1, Roger Federer. Hilarious.
I think I just got a heart attack.
That's so damn funny. We don't even go there.
I don't think it's a threat.
Okay, number 2, Berrettini. Oh, damn. Jack Sock, really? Nah.
He's better than Jack Sock.
Not really. Not.
He is better. He's been more consistent.
Well, if you get Jack Sock when he was winning at the end of the year, that one year where everybody was like, I think Jack Sock won like an ATP 1000 in France, like Paris Masters at the end of the year on hardcourt or something, and that landed him in the ATP final. Am I wrong here? I don't think I'm wrong because I remember this. I was like frustrated about it. I'm like, how does this asshole? Anyway, Tsitsipas. Okay, but Djokovic just came back from 2 sets to none at Tsitsipas and a more favorable surface, I think, for beating him. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, dollar short, day late. You couldn't get it done. Get lost. Go hit your dad with another tennis racket. Spaz out elsewhere.
You could relate with him, by the way. You could relate with Tsitsipas in many
Because I flip out a lot?
You could relate with him, especially with your dad and stuff. So I don't know why you tell me, because you guys have a lot of similarities.
Energy, baby.
So just saying.
Okay, and here's the one. The 4th one is the most important. This is the player that could beat Djokovic.
Who? Himself?
Djokovic himself.
No, he needs
Djokovic himself.
Like my dad said, you know, the whole thing with the woman, he was ranting about how she got hit on the throat and she was crying, exaggerating. He's like, that was crazy.
Can you throat hack?
But anyways, what about Kyrgios?
Kyrgios?
I don't know, I just read
Didn't he just almost...
He pulled out of Queens because of his neck.
Yeah, Nick Kyrgios just pulled out of Queens because he said his neck hurt. Now, you're talking about a dude that doesn't play, doesn't hit the gym, doesn't train, doesn't give a damn, manipulates women, takes all these...
How does he get these pretty girls?
Because he's a little thug, and all these little protected girls, they want a thug in their life. Isn't that like a Tupac song? Because all you need in your life, I need a thug in my life. Isn't that something like... Is there a Tupac song out there? I need a thug in my life. The little private school girls get hooked up with a thug, and they're like, oh! Kind of like Osaka with her boyfriend, She's like, oh, I got a thug in my life. You're like, what? Live and learn.
Christopher says, I heard Federer pleaded with Prince Charles to cancel Wimbledon so Djokovic wouldn't win it again.
It's possible.
And Michael Walker says Tsitsipas is equal to Sampras on grass at the same age.
Okay, I have to dwell on that for a little while. I can't shoot from the hip on that one. Tsitsipas is equal to Sampras on grass
at the same age. When did Sampras win his first Wimbledon? How old was he?
I don't
because
know.
He won US Open and then he kind of disappeared.
I don't know.
He kind of disappeared and then started winning in his late 20s, right, Michael Walker?
I don't know about that.
23. Okay,
look,
so he won his first Wimbledon at 23.
And let's give Michael Walker credit where credit is due. He is a tennis genius. He is historically on point every time. But this one, I'm like, 14-time major champion.
Yeah, but he's saying that he won his first Grand Slam, his second one at 23.
Tsitsipas better step up his game right now.
I think Tsitsipas can. My dad was chatting about him.
So you're telling me Tsitsipas can win 5 Wimbledon?
No, he's saying he could win. That's not what he's saying. He's saying.
Sounds like it.
Anyways, my dad said that Tsitsipas he's very good. He said he's like the next guy that's going to win a slam. He feels like he needs to put more muscle up. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do agree with that. Who has a better chance to threaten Djokovic out of these 4 players for the Wimbledon title? Roger Federer, laughable. Berrettini, laughable. Tsitsipas, okay, maybe, but still laughable.
Sampras is 1970.
Or Novak Djokovic himself. I think if I'm betting,
he would have to have a bad day.
Yeah, and I think that's a better. Djokovic had a bad day at the French Open final and still beat Tsitsipas. That's laughable.
I don't think he had a bad day. I just think Tsitsipas came out hot.
If you're down,
but then Djokovic figures it out like he always does.
If you're down 2 sets to none in the best of 5, believe me, at that point you're having a damn bad day. And he figured that shit out.
So when you get bagel and then I beat you in the next set,
you always bring this up. You always bring this up.
You can't say that. That's tennis.
You always bring this up. Right? Who gives a shit?
That is stupid what you're saying. That's why it's called 3 out of 5. How many times have
Like,
you seen?
the
That's
last
what
I
it's
haven't
so.
brought up our playing in like a year,
Because
and you
you
bring it up
can't.
like 7 times a show.
You're saying
Like,
because
who gives a shit?
Your
I got
comment
blown out knee.
Your comment is stupid. 3 out of 5 sets. Don't people win 2 sets and then lose the? How many times do we see this,
I don't
Justin?
know. She's still got her panties in a wad because Nadal ain't even playing.
You wish.
I don't wish because I'm glad I don't hear him grunt all the time. I don't hear that crap. Get lost. All right.
Your comment is stupid. The whole point of men's tennis being 3 out of 5 is because someone could possibly come back. Duh.
All right. We ready for the next topic?
Sinisa, you need to study your tennis. Sampras was definitely not 1970 or 1971.
She might have mistyped.
You or he might. You might.
The 7 is below the 9.
You might be too young. Maybe.
It's okay. Yeah, Sampras was definitely not in the 70s.
Justin waffling again. Yep.
Waffling? What does that even mean? What is waffle? Is that some like new age lingo that I've never heard?
Isn't he English?
Waffle.
South African?
What is waffle? What is waffle?
You're baffling?
Waffle? You said waffle.
Justin, waffling.
What does that mean? What does waffling mean? I like waffles from Waffle House. Really good. I don't eat them much because my ass will jiggle for a week, but nonetheless.
Read the Sampras bio, Carla. He played tennis. He won the U.S. Open
Bro,
in 1990. I grew up with him.
We grew up with him, man.
Come on.
Yeah, like Sampras was at same facility, same coaching staff. What?
1990. I think he won the U.S. Open in 1989.
Yeah.
He played till 2000, right? 2000 he retired.
Yeah. We won't go there. Mm-hmm. Waste of time. Okay.
Novak is the only true opponent to himself.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's
good
what I'm
comment,
saying.
Mitrovic.
Yeah.
Michael Walker says Sampras was terrible on grass until he won it against Curry in 2003. Sampras' problem on grass was that he didn't know how to return on grass. Who does that sound like?
Many people, not just one. Many people.
Mm-hmm. I hope you prove him wrong, Michael Walker, and we shut his mouth because sometimes.
What? Sissy Foss is going to win Wimbledon?
He could.
Man, you guys were smoking crack.
So who could? When Djokovic leaves, who else could win Wimbledon?
Then he could, but he's still there. And he wants that damn 20.
Waffle
I can
means,
assure you.
This guy said waffle means rambling on without making sense.
Oh, wah. Cry me a river like Osaka does to the media to get her way all the time.
Oh,
I got 5 kids. They cry all the time. Hey, Daddy, what? Can I
So
get a
does
toy?
he.
Can I get a toy?
He does
Hey,
too.
Daddy,
He
I
whines a lot
I got
too.
5 damn kids that
He
whine
whines
all
a
damn
lot
day
too.
long.
He whines too.
Whatever.
Justin does the same thing.
Have you ever seen Charlie Brown, the cartoon, where the teacher's out the door and like the kids are coming out? It's like wah 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 wah. That's how I interpret bitching because I got 5 kids in my house and they always just bitching.
We don't have 5 kids in the house.
Well, 4. One's in college. I already raised one in college.
But he does the same thing. I hear the same thing every day. I hear the same thing.
Been there, done it. If you got 5 kids, tell me about bitching.
He is waffling now.
Anyway, waffle on these, whatever. All right, ready?
Okay. What else? What's the next subject?
Next topic, Naomi Osaka. We're only touching on this again. We've done it a million times. We've talked about Naomi Osaka pulling out of the French Open and has pulled out of Wimbledon because of mental issues and her chastising the media because the sports journalism world is too tough on athletes. Okay? She can't handle the pressure of interviews. Naomi Osaka has been spotted in LA at Catch LA, one of the busiest bars and the ritziest areas of Los Angeles. With her boyfriend Corday, hip hop, fast life, and don't tell me I don't know about fast life. Been there, done that too. Landed me 3.5 years up the river. Don't tell me about when she does bathing suit shoots for Vogue and all these different magazines that there's not 10,000 photographers all around her while she's bearing the breasts and booty and all that stuff.
What breasts and what booty?
That's what she says. Okay? Don't tell me that there's a problem with social anxieties about dealing with people around you because you can't tell me you're at a Vogue photo shoot flaunting your stuff, which she says you don't have, and gripe about everybody's too tough on you. Cry me a river, shut up. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that one.
Yeah, now she has a Vogue magazine cover.
And then, the crappy part about it is that every time we try to vocalize this, because she's a little baby acting 22,
Let me tell you
23-year-old, we get blamed because we're some ism or some organizational disbelief that we have in something. Shut up, you're a professional athlete. Get down or get lost.
Justin sends me this. Where is it?
Whatever,
I took a screenshot of it.
And then they'll tell me I'm racist or something. And I don't care if it's freaking Steffi Graf. Get out of here.
Justin sent me, where is it?
Stupid.
Osaka pulled out of tournaments. He said in the middle of Black Lives Matter. It has always been a stupid baby. That's what he sent me.
Look, and I meant that is this. She pulled out in a semifinal of the Cincinnati Masters. We were doing shows there. We were pulling for her. We were hoping for this. Go back to the playlist and look at it. She pulled out because something terribly tragic happened. It was an awful thing. But this isn't her pulling out of Wimbledon and the French Open. It's nothing new. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, the world's turning upside down. Osaka pulled out. Don't forget, she's done this before.
Yeah.
Don't forget that she is a little. Look, I think she needs a psychologist because acts like she's two. If that was my 9-year-old daughter, I'd be like, figure it out.
All right. So Gene sent me an article, and this was Andrescu, and I thought this was great. This is something that Osaka should listen to. Bianca Andrescu says, "Yeah, I don't know where to start. After doing so well in 2019, boom, I get injured. I'm off for 6 months. I'm ready to play Indian Wells, first tournament back. And then literally the tournament is when everything started. I was there for like 3 days and everyone said it's canceled and I had to go back. I was just at home sitting on my butt for I don't know how long, 6 to 7 months, I mean. I was training for sure here and there, but it was a pandemic. There were so many restrictions. And then other things happened during that time. Some health issues with my family and this and that. So it was super hard for me to deal with. But like I said before, I really try to perceive through those moments. But then something else happened, which was the quarantine in Australia. And then the quarantine in Madrid, me catching COVID. So it's just like these things back and forth. To me, I try to have the mindset of everything happens for a reason. And it's kind of just helped me for the bigger picture and my purpose in life. And I want to try to take every moment as a positive way. Even though it could seem like the world is crashing down, I made sure to stay as grateful as I could because like other people may have it worse, you know. So that really keeps me going. I try to have that big picture in my mind all the time.
What I'm really tired of, Carla, that was very well read. And I had to walk away for a second. I feel like I have some credibility in this because I have 5 children, one of them in college that's nearly as old as her. I'm in a mixed family. My wife is 100% Spanish and my kids are the same. The problem that I have with this whole deal is I feel like Naomi Osaka shot from the hip. Initially, when she pulled out of the French Open, we're stating anxiety issues for or from the people outside looking in, the journalists. And now she's coming to Wimbledon and realizes that, oh shit, I can't go to Wimbledon now because I surely haven't had enough time to deal with mental issues after her publicist and her management team probably said, wait a minute, you probably shot from the hip and said something that you shouldn't have, so now you're going to have to kind of delay to make this sound right. Naomi Osaka is, in my opinion, one of the problems that we have to deal with as a society as a whole moving forward. Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to take a second and get involved in some ism or some racial thing. Does anyone think that racial issues are new? Does anyone out there think that racial inequality or racial tensions have not been around for thousands of years? Thousands of years. Okay. At some points in time, there were certain people that were thrown into the pits to certainly have a fighting chance against a tribe of lions. You know, if you think that racial tensions are new, you got a lot of growing up to do. A whole damn lot. I've had my own children being called Mexicans coming off the school bus.
Not that there's nothing wrong with people.
I've had my own children say, why are you teaching those Mexicans here on these courts? Those are my kids. I've heard it all. I've been there, done that, got a million t-shirts. Don't talk about it. But Naomi Osaka and the same type of athletes on this type of posture are the problem with the world today. They are platforms. They are ways to get ideas out. And if your idea of getting your way is to bitch about something and to be snooty about something and to freaking complain and cry me a river and change the whole dynamic of something that's been around long before you were even thought of being put on this earth, then that's great for you. And you want to blame it on your idea of, you know, racial inequality or whatever ism. This isn't a platform for that. This is a traditional platform where that doesn't matter. Find somewhere else to do it because in my mindset, it's bullshit. And I think it's wrong on all levels. And you guys can hate me and give me thumbs down. I don't give a shit. I don't. But whining, crying babies is the problem with the world we live in today. Whining, crying babies is the same reason why people type behind their keyboards. Oh, you suck. Come meet me in my face. Come meet me then. That's the problem with today. Everybody talks shit but doesn't bite. Bunch of bark, bunch of noise, get lost. That's my feelings for Naomi Osaka. No, not because I'm racially biased. I mean, damn. She's damn Honduran. Hell, man. Get lost with that shit. I'm just saying this is bitching, whining, and complaining. I'm tired of talking about it. I spoke my mind. Hate me later. I don't care.
Right.
Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, everyone's saying, preach, Justin, preach.
Freaking right. No one else is going to say it on any other YouTube
beer.
channel.
Here you go, man.
Man, it's been empty for a minute.
But you drink it.
I don't care, man. It's the whole problem with weak-ass people, man. They don't want to fight. This is the same problem with American tennis right now. There's no soldiers out there that want to get in the damn trenches.
Said that about your kids.
Man, whatever. I had to tuck my head and run. I've had bus drivers. I'd have bus drivers drop my kids off and tell me, all these kids are putting your kids in the corner and calling them Mexican. I have taught tennis lessons to them at various tennis facilities. Hey, why are you teaching those Mexicans? Those are my damn kids, man.
This is glass.
I've heard it all. Don't tell me I'm being hateful on Osaka because of that. Because I deal with it every day with my own children.
We got your back. They got your back.
Anyway, enough said. I get pissed about that because I've lived it for freaking 20 years.
And you've seen it reverse too with you. So anyways, who cares?
Yeah, I've been hated on myself.
Let's go to the next.
All right, let's go.
Yastremska, thanks to Jean Schwartz.
Oh, Lord.
Her suspension has been lifted. She can resume play.
Let's go.
Wow.
That's good for her.
Good for her. You know why that is? Because right now women's tennis is so unpredictable. That's why. We need more drama. You got Pliskova that looks like a zombie. You got Madison Keys that has no personality. You got Osaka who's lost. You got Ostapenko who smashes rackets. Kerber who needs to retire. Venus who loses every match.
So look,
players like Krejcikova who winning French Open. What? Who?
Poll question on this. Mm-hmm. Maria Sharapova was wrapped up in the Milodonium stuff. Mm-hmm. She came back from that, never was the same. Yastremska was a hot commodity. She got wrapped up in some doping. Mm-hmm. Now she comes back. Is this the same trajectory that Sharapova has? Is Yastremska a different player when she comes back, or does she keep up her normal winning ways?
She never had Sharapova's game anyway. Sharapova was a Grand Slam champion. She had promise, but you can't compare her because she was never a Grand Slam champion.
She had promise, though.
She had promise. She'll come back.
And not as young as Sharapova either. Mm-hmm. Didn't Sharapova was getting busy at like 16? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was dropping.
I think she'll come back the same. I don't think
same player.
Same player.
So the doping thing was kind of stupid, you think?
Yeah, not like she was winning.
Good point.
Not like she was winning. I mean, she was losing a lot of matches. Fire Bajin. I mean, it's not like she was doing great. Called those bathroom timeouts. You know, fake. Oh, my leg, my back. You know, all those things. It didn't help her. All
right, I'm gonna bring up one topic because I ranted about something a minute ago. So I figure I'd flip the script from being a ranter to a more positive being. I just get pissed about all that stuff. I really do. It's just I've heard so much of it in my life with my own kids. I get really pissed off about it.
Okay. That's for life. Why is Venus still playing? Is it to support Serena on the tour? No, it's to support her brand.
Her brand. She has a brand. Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. One more question. Justin and Carla, what do you think about the level of women's tennis? That's Cindy's asking.
I think it's great. I think it's good. I think it's better than the men's now, outside of one player.
Yeah.
I think if Novak Djokovic was not in the equation now, and we're not still hanging on to Roger Federer and Nadal, which, sorry, they haven't been all that for a while. And if you think so, I would beg to differ from a coaching perspective. This is like, let's say you're an NBA player or Major League Baseball, NFL football. You can't just pick one game to play and then pick another game to play. Hey, I'm going to play the 49ers, but then I'm going to play the Bucks because they suck. And then I'm going to play the Steelers because we need them in our division, and then screw everybody else. This is how tennis has become. They're going to pick and choose their tournaments. They're going to pick and choose who they want to play and where they play. And they're going to withdraw if you don't want to meet their demands. Shut up. This is a sport. It's a year-round sport. I get it. It's the most arduous calendar in all of sports. But you signed up for it. Deal with it. Get trained for it. Historically, I get so tired of people saying, well, Federer's era, the reason why he has 20 slams is because it was the weakest. That only comes from people that were so damn young now that they weren't even around then. They have no idea who players like Davydenko are, or Ivanisevic, or Philippoussis. They have no freaking clue. So it's laughable. I had someone tell me that today. They're like, Federer's era, the only reason he has 20 because his era was weak. I'm so freaking tired of this era. Hugh Leighton, Hewitt, and Agassi. I mean, shut up. Every era has its own era. And the only people that think there's certain players from that era that are so great are just ones that were only biased to the one player and didn't care a shit else about the rest of it. I don't want to get into that debate again either.
What's up, Travis from Germany?
Topic here is from someone by the name of Adobe. Adobie. Adobe. Okay? Can you find this message? For the longest time, since day one we started this channel, we have always indicated that our thoughts and our parents' thoughts that were born into the game, generations of tennis in our family, we've always thought that tennis is an international language. We have been to airports in street clothes, not even dressed up with tennis bags. And people have said, are you tennis players? Yes, we are. How do you know that? Oh, I can just tell by the way you walk, the way you talk. Tennis is an international language. We have talked about time and time again about tennis fading in certain countries. And I'll use our own from a credible standpoint, the United States. There are country clubs that used to be blossoming up the street that have roots growing over their courts. There are country clubs in Mississippi, what's up, Ryan Mason, that had 12 beautiful courts, and now they only have 4 left that are playable because there's roots growing through them and floodwaters coming over the top. No, I'm not getting into climate change. But the truth is that this topic from Adobe says basically what he or she would like to see in majors moving forward in terms of their wild cards. The wild card situation at Roland Garros was almost every player on the men's side, and don't let me fake news it, but almost every player on the men's side was a French player. So Adobe had an idea for tennis moving forward, and I loved it. Let's go. Can you read that? Do you have it?
Yes.
I hope I didn't give you all that time. You don't.
Here it is.
All right, let's read this. I'm just kidding.
So rude.
I love you, though.
Tennis in the modern, I love you too, but damn, that was rude. Tennis in the modern world will become bigger if players from Africa, South America, and Asia are more integrated into the sports. This desire will become so great as pressure is on the sport for diversity that Grand Slam tournaments will reserve one place per continent of those mentioned above, and essentially a wild card will be put into the draw. This is hypothetical situation based on modern obsessions with inclusion. How do you guys feel about hypothetical proposals?
Freaking love it. Shout out to Jabour, the Tunisian woman that has been doing well. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I don't win my own stuff that I give away for fantasy teams, but I'm damn sure picking her on mine for Wimbledon. She's 2 points all day for me. Win or lose in the first round. I don't care if she faces Kvitova in the first round. It won't happen because of seeding, but I agree with this entirely. Look, let's get Antarctica in the mix. Can we find someone in Antarctica? Don't we have some type of, bases there or something? Let's put someone from everywhere on the map, right? Why don't we make a wild card for someone that comes out of the public parks in New York City or San Francisco or Houston or Atlanta? Why don't we say that one wild card will be given to this Wimbledon for some kid, and that's not even being respectable, for the best child that comes out of the inner city? Why don't we do that? They can't afford to join these tournaments for $150 a pop. They can't afford the new tennis rackets. They can't afford the new tennis balls or whatever, or the new shoes, the attire, or the court fees or whatever. But there's some ballers out there, but we never see them. And you know what? That's a damn shame. Love this comment. We absolutely should do something like that. Maybe have a category of wild cards, 10 wild cards. The best inner city kid to come out of the East Coast, the best inner city kid to come out of the West Coast, the best Northern European person to fight in the trenches, the best Antarctican to have dealt with the minus 40-degree frostbite. Let's get some hungry ass people in here because I'm tired of all this damn, you owe me Osaka bullcrap, cry me a river and you're gonna bow down to me or I won't play. Let's get something going like these people said earlier about let's make the Olympics about amateurs, people that are hungrier. Because all this little snooty, stuck-up bullshit, I could care less about seeing it. There's no real fight in it. Oh, my belly hurts, let me pull out. And then the next 3 tournaments, oh, I can't talk to the media, I don't care. But next night I'm out in downtown Los Angeles and the next morning doing a photo shoot in a thong. Give me a break, man. Bunch of weak ass.
I hope you have the energy today cleaning the courts.
Tired of it,
Shame
man.
on you,
Everybody
Sam.
wants to. Everybody wants to just be
gonna do
weak
that
all
today
the
when you're
time,
cleaning the
man.
courts? Shame on you,
Everybody's so
Sam.
damn weak, man.
Shame on
Let's
you,
go.
Sam. Are you gonna do
Fight.
that
Let's
today?
get down, man. Stop playing around so much. Get on business, all right? Last thing I got. Betting odds for Wimbledon. Ready? Betting odds, okay? The only favorite in men's and women's is Novak Djokovic. Okay, Novak Djokovic is minus 110, meaning that in order for me to win $100, I have to bet more than I would receive. So if someone is minus, say, 200, I would have to go to the bookie and say, I'm going to give you $200, and then if I win that bet, you're going to give me my $200 back plus 100. So I would lose more than I bet if I lost the bet. Okay, so Djokovic is the only favorite, men's and women's, entirely and by far. Okay, Djokovic is minus 110 to win 100. Tsitsipas is plus 550. You bet $100 on Tsitsipas, you win 550. That's the bet you want to take. Go for it. You'll lose it. Medvedev plus 600. Bet 100, win 6 on Medvedev. Doubt it. Maybe though. Medvedev could happen. Federer plus 8. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Federer plus 800. Wasted $100 there. Zverev plus 1,200. Okay. All right. Berrettini plus 2,000. Riley Opelka plus 10,000. You know, I might bet $100 on Riley Opelka just to simply win 10 G's. Let's go. And then we would go on that vacation we've never been on.
You know, I was remembering about Opelka. My dad and I were discussing, you know, the whole picture with Serena, her husband. And then he said Venus and Opelka. He said, what is wrong with this guy? He's like 20. He said, and maybe he's looking at a dollar amount.
Yeah.
He said, Venus needs to marry a priest. That's what she needs, a 70-year-old priest.
I don't know. Look, if Yin Hao Kur is out there, and I know he will be eventually, he's on the other side of the world. Yin Hao Kur, we should split this 50-50. I bet it $50, you bet $50, and then if we win, we'll split the $5,000 or split the $10,000. Okay. The last bet, which I thought was interesting, is Jan-Lennard Struff, the German player, plus 20,000.
I wouldn't bet him.
You bet $100 on Struff, and he wins the tournament. Damn.
No.
All right, on the women's side, no clear favorite. Barty is plus 500. Bet 100, you win 5. Serena plus 650. That's, I think, the bet that I would take out of all of these. I think I think Serena will win? Maybe, but I can't even say maybe to anyone else except Djokovic, except I think so. So Djokovic, I think so, and Serena, maybe. Everyone else is like, I'm not sure. Kvitova plus 900. That's another one to jump on. Kvitova, has done this damage before. And if she serves like she has always served, Kvitova could roll through with another trophy. Andreescu plus 1,000. Pliskova, Mummy Girls at plus 2 Gs. Sakari is at plus 2,800. And Amanda Anisimova and Petra Martic are at plus 6,600. Who's the safest bet out of all that? Would you take Serena to plus 650?
I'll take Serena.
So I think I'm gonna hang this up, and I think I'm gonna
wait. And one more thing. Justin says today to me, you know, Kvitova could win Wimbledon.
Kvitova could win Wimbledon.
Then I watched her play. Kvitova struggled.
It doesn't matter.
Struggle.
Kvitova can win Wimbledon.
Now I said here, Justin should quit predicting women's Grand Slam champions. I said because he just never gets it right.
Well, I'm better than Wildlife won.
Sabalenka, come on.
Well, I never predicted her for one particular major. I just said she would
win one.
Yes.
Pliskova?
Yes. She can still win one. Pliskova or Sabalenka could win Wimbledon.
Mm-hmm. Could? I watch Kvitova play. No, there's something missing in Kvitova's game.
Could you imagine if Sabalenka would be hitting her spots with her blistering only one tool game? She always just hits big. That's it. She has no variety. But could you imagine for 7 matches on grass?
Just beating someone with
if Sabalenka was hitting her spots for 7 matches.
Ouch. Nope.
All right.
All right, we're done.
Let's go.
We gotta go clean some courts because we got lessons tomorrow. I'm supposed to have a lesson later on, but I don't think it's gonna happen. 4 o'clock? I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, there's like a ton of sand on the courts.
So I think I'm gonna let that student hit with my son instead after we clean them.
All right. Well, off to clean sand. Do not forget, if you want to compete in the $250 for the tennis rackets and the cash, whatever, go to the video. That's on its own playlist. 2021 Wimbledon Fantasy Team and $250 cash giveaway. There's only one video on that playlist as of now. The only thing you have to do is to predict the women's finals for Wimbledon, the men's finals for Wimbledon, and the 2 winners. But remember, if you do that, and a lot of people have your same finals and predictions, the fantasy team breaks the tie. So just go to that video, watch the rules. Do Sean Drama Canine out there. Be ready, Gene Swart. Much love to you. Please let me pay you one day. My brother, you're a big part of this. And that's it.
That's it.
See ya.
Bye.